Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with Fishing Planet, and we are back here at the Amazonian Maze. Now, I have come back from the brackish water area, which is down in this spot here, and gone back to the boat dock to see if we can do some trolling starting from there. And we're going to try to go up and down some of these tributaries and see what the heck might go for some of the lures that we have. Should be all kinds of things. But anyway, let's go ahead. It is a cloudy day. I kind of wish that wasn't the case. Usually cloudy days are not as good. But we'll go ahead. We'll get some of this gear we've got is pretty good size, so we may not have as many issues with anything big being a problem. Let's go ahead and get this started. We'll get out far enough to where we can throw our lines out. Heck, I don't even know what we got that marker there for. Probably some kind of catfish. But I want to get out far enough to where we can cast our lines out a little ways. The only thing that worries me is that we might have issues with snags. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's see here. Well, let's look at our inventory. We've got couple of good rods that we can use. I think I'm going to stick with the Tropicana since it's not as strong as some of the others. This and probably the Mitsujuku, whatever you want to call that. Now, a lot of these things here go for swim baits, so that might be something that we could try. Now the crawls, we're going to probably keep getting catfish, so might change that to something different here this time. We've got all kinds of casting spoons. We've got spoons that we have not tried here before. I don't know if anything would go for these cicadas or not. I mean, that could be something that could be tried. I don't know. We can look at some of the species here that are well known. Now these guys, see, crankbaits, swim baits, minnows. Swim baits, casting spoons, medium spoons, crankbaits. I think crankbaits are going to be real, and then we've got some of them that are poppers, but for trolling, I don't think that's going to do well. I think we have to go with a minnow or a narrow spoon. The butterfly peacock, all kinds of things. So we're any kind of spoon, narrow, medium. Yeah, the eels do not go for anything except for bottom fishing, and they're difficult to find. Yeah, I think we could probably get some swim baits out there. There's all kinds of things go for those swim baits. Yeah, see, even the silver Arowanas, speckled peacocks. Ooh, buzzbait. That's one I didn't think about trying. That could be interesting. I bet the Trahira goes for that. Yeah, it does. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see what we can do here. Let's tell you what I'm going to do. Alright. So we got, I think this is the big one actually. Yeah, this one goes up to 243 pounds. I got a Club Series swim bait on here. I know that the swim baits they like for around here are those big ones. The dual swim baits. We also have this Cayman swim bait. That might do well. Let's put on a smaller dual swim bait. And on this one, like I said, they did say minnows, but none of them are very shallow. Yeah, they're going to have to be shallow. I think we're going to do a crankbait, honestly. One that stays pretty shallow, but is big enough to make a difference. Let's see here. 8 foot's too much. 30 foot's definitely too much. 3 foot might be what we need. It's kind of small, but it's optimum, so we're all right there. All right, let's throw that one out. And we'll throw this one out. And let's crank this thing up, see if anything happens. Now, I don't know what a good speed would be, but I'm going to go at about 5%. Nice cruising speed. Yeah, the only thing I wish is that I could put some kind of a bell on there. Because I kind of have to watch where I'm going, you know? Alright, let's see. Let's check the map here. Alright, we're headed... looks like north. I'm not sure if that's north or not. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Can't really tell. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll keep going like this. If anything happens, I will bring you back. But this could go on for a minute before anything does happen. Alright, looks like we actually have a bite here. Yeah, we're almost to the first tributary here. We do have something on this swim bait. Let's see what we got here. It is an Apapa. Decent sized one. These are very, very common. And you're going to get a lot of them. Probably don't want it out that far. Yeah, I did hear it splashing around, which is good. Yeah, it's only going about 4%, but I don't know if you can see here on the map. We're about ready to go into a tributary here. Now, we could have gone in that one off to the right, but that's taking us kind of close to the brackish water area. I want to stick more to the fresh water, if at all possible. And I do apologize for my voice. I still have this cold. I have had a cold now for about near a week, and it's about to drive me insane. Keep coughing. So if there's some weird break somewhere, that's why I'm going through a coughing fit. So far, it's swim bait that got the first bite. I think as we get to the peak, we might start trying the buzz baits and things like that, especially in the smaller, more narrow portions of this river. I think we have another bite here. Hold on. Looked like there was something on number 2. Yep, there's something, but it's not very big. Probably a piranha. Yep, red-bellied piranha. Gonna get a lot of these fellas too. If we can get a couple unique ones, I don't think I mean I got them in the past when I first got the DLC for this, but since that time I haven't been able to up, where it marks them down so it doesn't show that I've gotten one. Yeah, there's the boathouse over there. Took a while to get down here at 4% speed. I didn't realize how close it comes to the brackish water right there. It's only divided by a small strip of land. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I see any stick-ups or something that might serve as cover. Yep, there's some over there. So let's try to get close to this part. I mean, there's a little bit over there, but I think we got more on this side than... Anyway, I'm going to keep going. If we get something else, I'll bring you back. But that's what's going to be a lot of breaks where we're just moseying along, not getting anything. So, you look at that rod, you can tell something is on it. Yeah, I can't go 15 different directions, but we're getting a lot of small stuff here. Redbellied piranhas. Let's let that out a little bit more. Yeah, if we get too many more of those, I'm going to switch over to something other than a crankbait. Okay, we're getting ready to go into a dead end here. So I'm going to turn this around and we're going to head into that little tributary over here. I think we might have something on that one. Yep, we do. It's a little bigger than what we had before. Trophy red-bellied. Okay, not too bad. Alright, we're going to bump into the wall here. Let's pause this for a second. Okay, we'll back this up a little bit. Yeah, we got a little stuck there. I don't know. Yeah, this is a tributary, I think. It is. So let's stop here. We're going to throw our lines out. Oh, shoot. Check it out. Got something on this one. Yeah, we're getting a lot of little things. These red bellies. Yeah, I think I might switch this one to a buzzbait, because I remember when I came through here before, there were some trahiras up in here. Yeah, here we go. We'll use a white one because that'll stand out. Might put a red tail on it. Let's try blue. The trahira is like this. So if there is one in there, maybe I get his attention with that. And for the swim bait, I think I might Trying to decide if I want to upsize it or maybe go with a casting spoon. I might go with a narrow spoon. Just this low light levels, these narrow spoons here might not do too bad. Let's lower that down a little bit. Not too much. We're dealing with very narrow passages here. Alright, let's get this thing going. I hope it works in these tight passages. One thing we shouldn't get is a snag. I mean, we might get snagged, but we won't break anything, because these are some pretty heavy-duty lines and gear. If there's anything in here, we're going to get its attention. Oh, shoot. Are you kidding me? That didn't take long. Wow. Check it out. Butterfly peacock bass. As soon as we got in here. That's a nice one. I think that buzzbait's going to do real good in these tight channels. Well, shoot. That is if I can cast one. That might be too far. Let's take it to about 50, something like that. Wouldn't take it any more than that. Almost wish you could have another person here just to watch those and somebody to guide the boat, you know? You know, a lot of people do that in real life. They'll work together to do the trolling. Somebody drives and somebody watches. And this is tight. Tight quarters here. Now we could come through here on a sunny day and things might be totally different. I do know that I've caught Trahira right up in here, so we are going to probably circumnavigate this little inland lake looking thing, especially around these reeds. Because there's going to be good stuff out here. Alright, we do have something going on here. Hold on. First one. This is off a narrow spoon bait. I'm not sure what it is. It is another red belly. Alright. And we got something on the second one. Probably another one. Yeah, these guys are everywhere. You're just going to get a lot of these. Yeah, I've just been getting those off of there. Let's try something a little more exciting here. I think I am going to go back to swim bait just to keep it interesting. But I might go with a larger one. Maybe one of these Piranha duos, or yeah, let's go with a dual swim bait, this large yellow one. Hopefully in these low light levels they'll be able to see it better. Alright, we gotta get out of the reeds here. It's the only thing, there's a lot of reeds. Alright, we're out of it. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get unsnagged. Like I said, the line's pretty darn heavy. I'm thinking we might have something on this first one. Maybe not. Could have been just dragging the bottom. We're getting something on the second one here. Need to get there quick enough. That's the only problem. I was going after this club series. It's the only thing. Sometimes you can't get down there quick enough. Yeah, I thought I'd try this club series swim bait, and because I wasn't getting much off the other one. I don't think these light levels are helping me much. And this one apparently had snagged a piece of sedgewood or sedge grass or whatever they call it. And because of that, nothing was biting. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the ideal speed for trolling along here is, but I might be going a little too slow. I don't know. I bumped up to 5%. Might bump it up to 6%. We've been along this whole length of river and haven't gotten but that one bite, and then he got off. Monkey vines. Well, we'll keep at it. There's a lot of river to check out. I think we got something on number 2 finally. Oh, definitely something on number 2. This is the first really big one. It might be another Apapa, but it's a big one. A unique Apapa. There we go. There we go. Our first unique. There he is. That's a good sign, guys. Any unique's a good unique, let me tell you. I'm not sure I had gotten one before, honestly. Probably have, but Yeah, low light levels are not helping me in this situation. Honest to God. There's our first unique in the trolling. We'll keep him. Throw our line back out. But we are currently, if we look at the map, and the only way I can do that, let me turn this all this way a little bit. I have to get out of here and pull it up. We are actually headed down this long river right here. We've already come right around here. We might still visit this area. I don't know if we will trolling or not, but we want to be able to troll all the way down here. See, we got a fish escape due to low line tension. So we're not going fast enough, I don't think. Shoot. That's the second one I've lost because of that. Let's keep it at least 5% for now. But anyway, ooh, yep, there we go. And we got him. It's a Bicuda. Little torpedo looking fish. I want to be sure I don't go aground here. Yeah, once we get around this bend, we'll get out into an open area that we can go back and forth on. And we might have a little more luck with things like peacock bass and stuff like that. I just don't think the weather is right for the here is a wolffish. It's another name for the wolffish. Alright, this next area, there's a lot of markers. I think this is a good Arowana location. So better keep a look, our eyes peeled. In fact, there we go. Gotta get over there before he gets off there. Definitely not an Arowana, but a silver Arowana. There you go. Now we're cooking. That's what we want right there. These are cool looking fish. Yeah, I've actually seen these over at the aquarium. Newport Aquarium near where we live. These are some big fish. I think are cool as all get out looking. Those in the Apapa get pretty darn big. Good to see it went for that club swim bait. I hadn't tested that here yet, so we now know that the club swim bait works pretty well for the silver Arowana. But right up here, there's all kinds of markers. Yes, this is an Apapa spot. So we might want to do some crisscrossing here. Might get lucky. Not the best time for them. Usually evening when there's a peak, but we'll try it anyway, even though it's a cloudy day. Yeah, look at all the markers we've got set up here. Yeah, I know I caught some over there. Even though it's been here a while, I remember that spot very well. Probably will not get anything off the buzz bait, but Check it out. You know what this means, guys. Ha ha ha. We have electric eels in the vicinity. This may be too hard to resist because we do have a mission. What do these guys go for? I keep forgetting. Let's see here. Been a while. Yeah, we've got a mission. They're normally hard to locate, but I just located one. So banded Araku minnows, Amazonian sardines, shiners. We should have all of these. How big of a... I would say at least a 4-aught. Like I said, it's been a while. But we do have our Amazonian sardines. We do have Araku. Well, we got a banded Araku minnow. Let's go with Araku minnow and banded Araku because we know they're going to like that. We may have to spend a little time here for a minute, but I don't think I can use the rod holders for these, unfortunately. It's the only bad thing. Which means I just, well. I'm just going to toss them down in there where their electricity's going wild and see what happens. Ooh, we got a bite, guys. Ah! It's very shallow here, but we could get lucky. This daggone piranha go for everything. Alright, I am back. I decided to try it with a float rod this time. Still getting a lot of electricity right here. Now this is a banded Araku minnow, 4-aught hook. About 60 inches for the leader. I've seen a serious amount of electrical activity right here, and that marker does mark an electric eel spot. See, there it is. Look at it. Yeah, if I remember though, they are difficult to catch. Okay, I think I'm getting action here, guys. This thing's going nuts. Come on. Yeah, last time I caught one here, it was with a shiner, so... Yeah, there's definitely something chasing that. Look at it go. He's like, get me out of here. Okay. Man, he's just not taking it, is he? I wonder if that 4-augh's too big. Might try a 2-aught. Yeah, I don't remember what size hook I used for the last time I caught one here. It's been over a year, maybe a couple years, since I caught an electric eel out of here. Well, there's something chasing him, that's for sure. There we go, we got something. Oh, it's just a red-bellied piranha. Thank God. Let's go back to a shiner. It's what I caught it with, and I'm going to go a little bit smaller on the hook. I can't remember what size hook I used. Well, I'll tell you what, we do know we got us a good spot here. We're just going to have to probably exploit this at a different time. I don't think this is the best time for them. I think they're better at evening. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing moving again. And we're going to go ahead and troll around here a little bit. We will be back to that, without a doubt. But isn't that cool? Electricity. That's pretty much how you find them. But we're going to crisscross this a little bit because there are definitely some fish here. And there's some big ones here. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go down here just a little ways. Because it is a big open area here. We can go and circle around if we want. And then come back.